Hello and welcome. I am Chuck Testus and we are returning with a new build. This is the Jabasaurus. You get it? That's because we are using Jab. That's pretty cool, right? So first of all, there are two things you should know about this build. One, you should probably not play this on hardcore. Two, you deal a mother effing ton of multiple type of damage. Three, stay away from areas with decrepify, cause that shit is nasty. And the best part of this build, you can self-sustain, contrary to most other melee sorceress. But you are still squishy. Here is how you play this build. Don't be like me and jab away at a few monsters, teleport to the whole pack of them and fend your way out of it. Also, make sure you are using an Act 5 Merc, because after a lot of time spent with Heater, she turned out to be complete garbage, so I replaced her like an old pair of socks, without regrets. Anyway, there are two ways to play this build. Either you go slow and jab at monsters you see, or you teleport to all of them and use Fend. Both are decent and offer different advantages. Fend is extremely strong and allows for much faster clear time, while jab is a lot safer, but yes, you're going to stay out of trouble, but it's pretty damn slow. As for your gear corruption, you probably want to go for life corruption on most of your gear if you can afford to, because your life pool is disgusting for this type of melee build. To the gear, we have Ethereal Impaler for the jab and Fend skill. We added a low for the extra deadly strike and Ohm for the extra damage and Zod so we don't trip on our spear while clearing an high density zone. Then we have the Dream Helmet into a diadem so we can add the Holy Shakora, which provides quite a bunch of damage, which we will see very shortly. The Amulet is high lore for the deadly strike and increased attack speed. Chain of Honor for the ton of resistances it provides, plus 2 to all skills, and Life Leech for self-sustain. The boots are Gore Rider for the Deadly Strike, Crushing Blow, and Open Wound. One ring is Bulkatos for the plus 1 to all skills, Life Leech, and Increase Life. Thunder God for the Strange, Vitality, and plus 1 to Lightning skills, which gives quite a bunch of damage. The last ring is Ravenfrost for the Cannot Be Frozen and a ton of attack rating. And finally, the gloves are Dracul's. It gives Life Leech, increased attack speed, and Strange so we can have as many points into Vitality as much as we want. Without Might or Final Mora, if I remove Dream, we deal about 8k physical damage. I think this is fair enough for a melee sorceress. With Dream and Meton, we reach 26k, so about 16k lightning damage. Sadly, we have to swap some gear around for Fire Enchant Prebuff, but it's worth the time and it lasts quite a while, so giving us around 12k fire damage. Overall, our damage setup goes up to 40k, 8k physical, 16k lightning and 12k fire damage. The stat siege is slightly off as our damage should be closer to 36k, but still. With this amount of stats, we'll be killing everything in 1 or 2 hits anyway. Now the Merc is using Beast Reward for the Final Mora, Vampire Gaze for the physical damage reduction and Life Leech, Terasmai for the resistances that cannot be frozen, Gore Rider giving Deadly Strike to buff the Merc's damage a bit, Nosferatu's Coil, attack speed and Life Leech, and finally Draculus gives attack speed and Strange, and more Life Leech. The final touch is our Prebuff Gear, Fire Chutas, Lidless, Shaco, Soj, Maras, Mage Fist, Fire Enchant Mormus, Arak. Put all that stuff on and your Fire Enchant goes from 3.5k to 5.5k with Fire Mastery doubling all that bonuses. Going up to close to 12k fire damage! Okay, taking a breath here. These stats are very simple, enough Strange to equip gear, enough Dex for gear, and everything into Vitality. And now we are returning to our main program just where we left off.